Hello and welcome everybody to Game 4 of Grubby vs. Nerchio from the GIGABYTE Cup. This is the finals match of the series, and Nerchio is currently up 2-1 in this best of 5. That means if Nerchio is able to take a win against Grubby here in Game 4, he's going to be able to take the entire series and actually take the entire tournament as well. He will be taking the GIGABYTE Cup for this week if he can win this match. Grubby definitely going to do everything he can to prevent that from happening. Going to need to take a win here if he wants to push this series to Game 5, so a lot of pressure is on Grubby to win this match. Now, in previous games, we saw Nerchio, pretty much anytime Nerchio gets into heavy macro mode, once he's on 3 or 4 bases, he is just a beast to stop. Grubby, even on 3 base, as a 3 base Protoss, was unable to stop Nerchio because Nerchio just gets into that really strong mode where his timings are just so crisp, so good, knows exactly when he's at his strongest position, knows when his opponent is weak, and just pushes and goes for the throat with heavy macro style. Such a good player. And speaking of Nerchio, spawning here in the 8 o'clock position as the pink Zerg, we have Nerchio. His opponent, the man that needs to win this game if he wants to push this series to Game 5, spawning in the 2 o'clock position as the green Protoss, we have Grubby. So it looks like in this game, Grubby is not going to be going for that Forge Fast Expand that we've seen him go for in a couple of the matches here today. Looks like he's just going to be throwing down that gateway up on the high ground, playing it very safe. It is a common move to go for a Forge Fast Expand here on this map, but we've seen it kind of work both ways for Grubby. We've seen it work very well for him on some maps and not so well on others. We are definitely going to see how well it does. Once again, he's going to be denying this hatchery from going down, but as usual, Nerchio is just going to be going for that gas pool opening. Yeah, that was a pool gas. That was a pool gas opening. Sorry about that. I think almost every game this series he's actually gone for a spawning pool followed by a gas geyser rather than the other way around. It might just be that if he sees this probe, he throws down his spawning pool, and if he sees this probe looking to deny that hatchery, then he'll just throw down a gas, start to get his Zergling speed, whereas if he does not see that probe trying to block his hatchery, he'll just go straight for that hatchery. I think we did see that in Game 2, I want to say, but I can't be 100% sure. I don't remember which game it was where he did go for the pool followed immediately by the hatch. But in this game, we did see the hatch, or the pool followed by gas, and now he is going to be picking off that one probe that was trying to deny that hatchery for so long. And now, in the base of Grubby, looks like he's now getting out that Cybernetics core, and he's now going to be chrono boosting that Warp Gate research just a little bit. This isn't your 4-gate type research. 1 chrono boost on that Cybernetics core to get out that Warp Gate research is very standard to do. Lots of Protoss players do that, and both these players need to be very careful about how they micro. Grubby, he needs to be careful about how he controls the Zealot. If that Zealot comes out just a little bit too far, those Zerglings will be able to slip into the main. And we actually have a second chrono boost going down here on the Cybernetics core here for Grubby. Looks like he might be looking to get a little bit aggressive here, as we do now see another gateway going up. Looks like he might be saving up for another as well. And yeah, looks like it's going to be 3-gate, maybe even 3-gate pressure here out of Grubby, as he is trying to get that Cybernetics core Warp Gate research chrono boosted out as quick as he can. He definitely didn't save up a lot of chrono boost to be able to get it, and he did take a second gas, so he's going to have a lot of gas here for this 3-gate. But he's now throwing down that pylon on the low ground, might be looking to take an expansion here pretty soon, might just want that Warp Gate tech so that he can expand and feel very safe about taking that fast Nexus. Now, Zergling speed is just now about to complete for Nerchio. He is just now taking his hatchery. 1 queen is already out on the field. A second one is coming on the way right now, and he's going to be able to immediately start injecting lots of drones being produced right now. If we check out the harvester count right now, we can see Grubby's a little bit ahead. Oh, there we go. Now Nerchio and Grubby dead even in harvesters, 27-27. And as we can see, Nerchio is actually going to be a little bit ahead in the economy just because he is going to be mining on that natural expansion as well. Now, let's see the units that Grubby is starting to produce. As you can see, he's starting to produce a lot of sentries because he's trying to get this Nexus down. That's exactly what we're seeing here. More sentries being produced right now by Grubby. This is a very defensive play. It can be used offensively, but I think Grubby tends to, at this point in the game, use them very defensively. He warps in a lot of sentries to save up enough minerals to be able to throw down that Nexus, and then once they have a lot of energy, he warps out a few Zealots and a few Stalkers, depending on his opponent's composition, and then just moves out with a lot of sentries with a lot of energy. Can be a very, very strong push in the early mid-game. Forge now coming down here for Grubby as well. In the main, we don't have anything else going down, and interestingly enough, we have the hallucination ability now coming down here for Grubby. Looks like he's going to be getting some hallucinated Phoenix to be able to get some early scouting information for him, as he's not throwing down that robotics facility, not going to be able to get up those observers very fast. Now we interestingly have 2 Roach Warrens coming down here for Nerchio. There we go. Looks like he is going to be canceling. No, he didn't cancel it yet. That might be a bit of a mistake there from Nerchio. Nerchio didn't realize he already has a Roach Warren up, and he started to throw down a second one. That's a bit of a mistake there. That is going to be 150 minerals lost there for Nerchio, unless he realizes that he's already got a Roach Warren up and cancels that one. A little bit of a mistake there by Nerchio, but he does now have Lair Tech up, and 4 roaches are on the way. Nerchio, come on, you're creating roaches, man. You gotta know that it's up already. But that Roach Warren looks like it is gonna complete there, and yeah, there we go. That Roach Warren does complete, and I wonder, there he is. He's now selecting that Roach Warren, and whoa, tunneling claws now being researched. No, this was actually a planned build here by Nerchio. This wasn't a mistake at all. He got 2 Roach Warrens so that he can get Glial Reconstitution and tunneling claws. And Grubby's going to try to get aggressive here, but Nerchio, is he also researching Burrow? Yes, he's actually researching Burrow as well. This is a crazy push here by Nerchio. I have never, ever seen this done before. Ooh, nice move by Grubby here, using that Hallucinated Phoenix to see up onto the high ground, but it looks like that pylon is now going to be picked off here, and Grubby is going to be in a lot of trouble. He has 1 cannon at the front that's going to be able to detect for him, but he's got no other forms of detection. If that 1 cannon gets focused down, he's going to be able to deal a lot of damage, but Grubby now moving into the natural expansion of Nerchio, going to start to focus down all the units here, going to be able to deal a lot of damage here. Nice force fields going down on the ramp, preventing these reinforcing units from coming out to be able to help all these forces here. There are some Lings that are going to start to deal some damage here, but the unit count here for Grubby is still really, really high, continuing to warp in more units. He's got this forward pylon, continuing to warp in Zealots to take damage for these Stalkers. As you can see, all these Stalkers are very low, but the Roach count is starting to get very, very high for Nerchio, and he's going to just now finish Glial Reconstitution, Burrow, and Tunneling Claws all at once. And if that cannon gets focused down, Grubby is not going to be able to do anything to be able to stop these roaches. These roaches are basically going to be an infinite supply of roaches, and Grubby, now seeing that these roaches have that tunneling claws ability, and he has got to be really, really worried right now about what is coming for him, just because if he's got tunneling claws, that means he's got Burrow. He has thrown down that robotics facility, but now that cannon's being focused down. Force fields going down, and Nerchio with the Burrow going to get under those force fields, going to be able to get to the base, and all Grubby can do right now is throw down photon cannons to be able to defend this. In the meantime, all these roaches moving in, going to start to focus down those cannons. All the cannons now being focused down. There are a lot of units here for Grubby, but the force fields are pretty much null and void right now, as all of these roaches can just burrow under all the force fields. More roaches continuing to stream across the map here from Nerchio, as he is pretty much all in at this point, and there's the GG from Grubby Nerchio with the crazy push. The crazy double Roach Warren, Burrow, Tunneling Claws, Glial Reconstitution push that I have never ever seen before. That was a beautiful play there by Nerchio. Absolutely loved that push. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant play there by Nerchio. That means Nerchio has taken Game 4, and he is now 3-1 in the series, meaning he has actually taken the series and he has won the GIGABYTE Cup for this week. So congratulations to Nerchio. Beautiful play here in Game 4 and across the whole tournament, really. Absolutely amazing games. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. If you guys did, please comment, please subscribe. Check me out on twitter.com/getglitched. And yeah, that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Big heart to you guys. Yeah. Glitch out.